Can I invite you to stand, please, as we welcome our official party and our graduates. Also to join in the singing of our national anthem. please remain standing. I'd now like to invite Des Heke Kaiawha, who is who is a kaitiaki and an environmental manager, who is going to offer us a karakia. I believe Des is going to pray the Lord's Prayer with us in Māori.
Kia ora. Kia ingoa tātou, let us pray. He honore he koromo e ki te atua, he maunga rungo ki rui te whenua, whakaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Honour and glory to our Creator, peace be on earth, and good thoughts to our fellow men. E tō mātou matunu e te rangi ki a tapu o tō whenua ki a tau mai tau rana tirata. Kia me te tau e pai ki rui te whenua ki a ri ki anua ki tō te rangi. Ko mai ki a mātou ai anei he taramo mātou o tēnei rā. Uru o mātou hara me mātou hoki nei muru nei ngā hara i o te hungai harana ki a mātou. O ki mātou e kawe kia whakawaia engari whakaorangi a mātou i te kino. No au hoki i te rangatiratanga ki te kaha me te kororia, ai ane, ake. Kia ora. Thank you.
Good, Des. Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, Nigel Tutt, Chief Executive of Priority 1, Des Heke Kaiawha, Kaitiaki and Environmental Manager, Madeline Johannes, Tina Horn, our Business Tutor, I'm sorry I should have said Madeline Johannes, our Hospitality Program Leader, Brennan Karasaria, our Campus Manager, and I finally worked out how to pronounce her name, Claire Bradley, our Chief Executive of Aspire2 International, family members, friends and supporters. Good afternoon. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Good. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to your graduation ceremony. My name is Peter Cleaver. For those of you that haven't met me, I'm a business tutor here at Aspire2, and it's indeed my privilege and my honour and my pleasure to be your MC for this afternoon. And I have good news, and I have bad news. The good news is you graduated, congratulations, you deserve all the accolades, the day is yours. The bad news is if you think your learning finishes today, I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken. I came from a system that more than anything rewarded memory. The better your memory was, the better your grades were. As a tutor, however, I've often told you that my job is not to impart knowledge or concepts that you need to remember. My job indeed as your tutor is to get you to think critically, to think often, and to understand that there's a big world out there and not everybody in it will think the same way that you do. In other words, my job as my tutor, my ambition, my desire, and it's still my desire, is to get you to believe that learning is a lifelong pursuit and it begins today. Last year, I'm sorry, I was a little bit morbid. I talked about death, and I'm not quite sure how that all happened. But what I was trying to say was we have a limited time on the planet. I'm not sure why I just didn't say that. Maybe I should have. But what I was trying to say was make the most of your time. I've often told you, smart people think in short time frames. Smart people think, how can I make the most of the next hour? You've heard me say this before. Not so smart people think, I wonder what I'll do next year. So think in short time frames. If you think, how can I make the most of the next hour, and I know how you can do that, you will achieve more than most people on the planet. Am I telling you not to take time out for yourself, not to take time for important things like friends, like play, like family? Of course not. Achieving a balance between work and family and play is critical. But make them your choices, not somebody else's. I believe there's two types of people in the world, those who make life happen and those who let life happen to them. So make a choice. Make a choice to make life happen and make it your choice. Be prepared to take some risks, push boundaries, break some rules, and then reflect. Confucius told us that reflection's the greatest way to gain wisdom. Nobody will rebuke or punish you for taking risks or making mistakes, provided you learn from them. You'll never be, you don't learn to walk by following rules, you learn by doing and then falling over. Learn to think critically. There's a world of knowledge out there, and there are only two ways I know that you can expose yourself to that knowledge. And I've told you this before. One is by reading, and one is by surrounding yourself with great people. So read and continue to read, and surround yourself with good people. In a speech recently, Bill Gates told us that you should surround yourself with people who challenge you. Aaron Rodgers told us, surround yourself with really good people, because the people you surround yourself with are a reflection of you. Your critical thinking will be fine-tuned by the quantity and the quality of what you read and what you hear and what you become part of. And the good news is you get to control that. My dad passed away in 2014. Dad wasn't a great orator, but he did offer some inspiring words of wisdom. One was at my 21st birthday. Yes, I did have one. I was 21 once. I do remember it. He said to me, son, you'll meet a lot of people in your life, and I encourage you to always look for the best in them. Sort out the good bits, he said. Everybody will have something to offer you. Words of wisdom and great advice. I think what he was saying was that if we choose to look for the good, if we choose to always have an optimistic outlook, if we choose positivity, if we choose not to be cynical, we'll go through life with a great attitude. And as I've often told you, attitude is everything. So, I've given you why we should think, because thinking leads to lifelong learning. I've given you when to think in short time frames. I've given you what to think by reflecting and formulating your own views and opinions of the world. And finally, I've talked to you about great attitude, which teaches us how to think. Anyway, enough from me. I'd like to introduce you to Nigel Tutt. He's the Chief Executive of Priority One. Nigel brings an extensive knowledge and experience in both business and in business leadership. Nigel spent many years in the newspaper and publishing industry, including time as a supply chain manager with PMP. He moved to Fairfax Newspapers as a commercial manager involved in publishing, before being appointed as the general manager of Fairfax's digital media arm. Most recently, Nigel's been chief executive of a marketing and technology company, Infinity ID. He now leads Tauranga and Western Bay of Plenty's economic development agency, Priority One. He is the perfect person to speak to you this afternoon. Will you please give him a very warm Aspire2 welcome.
Thanks, Peter. Must have left a bit of stuff on LinkedIn, eh? Kia ora koutou. Thanks very much for coming on today. It's a momentous occasion, isn't it? And I want to say congratulations to all of you on this moment. Well done on your achievements, and it's great to see hard work rewarded. Just that. It's not just like that. I also applaud you for your bravery as well. It's not easy to come and study in a different country, and that must have led to some challenging moments. So I absolutely want to acknowledge that that's not easy, and say well done on that. And it's from our side, I was born and raised in this region. It's great to have you all here as well. So really well done. As far as what we do as an economic development agency, most people say to us, well, I have no idea what economic development means. So what we try to do in a nutshell is to try to create really good industries in this region that add value, and we want them to create really good jobs. And we feel if we can get as many good people into those jobs, we can change communities by doing that. So we are obviously aim to be the best region in New Zealand, and we're well on the path to doing it. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the region and its opportunities, and then I might talk a little bit about what the future might hold in the work environment. So, as far as the Western Bay of Plenty goes, so our region is Western Bay of Plenty, so Waihi Beach through to Whangaroa. We're the fastest growing economy in New Zealand, easily so. We've been that way for the last 5 years, so well ahead of the rest of New Zealand. I think that will keep going for another 5 years at least. There's lots of businesses expanding in this region, and there's lots that want to move here as well. You might say, well why is that? It's because we've got the best port in the country down the road, we're part of the Golden Triangle, and we're an awesome place to live, and that combination seems to be working really, really well for us. We're growing lots and lots of jobs as part of that, and the important thing to think about when we think about jobs is that people are actually scarce in that equation. So we're actually growing far more jobs at the moment than we are growing working population. And that leads to a lot of opportunity. A couple of interesting stats around that. We've got for every 10 people that come out of the workforce, largely through getting old, we only have 8 coming into the workforce to replace them at working age. So we're imbalanced there, and we also think we're going to create 40,000 additional jobs in this area over the next 3 decades, which is a 50% increase on what we have now, and I don't think we're going to really struggle to fill those jobs. Secondly, in that equation, we've got a bunch of great growth companies in this region as well. So there's some exciting stuff happening. And we know that employers expect to keep hiring and growing their businesses in the future. They're really, really confident about their own businesses if we talk to them. They're less confident about being able to hire staff in the future as well. So there is some challenge there. Their preference is undoubtedly to hire people from the local market. The third part is that skill level is increasingly important in the future. So that's especially so in an area like this that's becoming more and more sophisticated and mature over the course of time, with bigger and stronger and more complicated businesses. You've all heard that jobs will change massively over the next few years, so you'll get a rise in AI and automation, machine learning and things like that, and that'll change jobs. I don't think there's anything to fear out of that, right? They'll also create, those factors will create a bunch of jobs, and guess who is going to fill those jobs? It's not going to be all the older people, to be frank. It's going to be the people that are new into the workforce with some great skills. So think about what you're achieving today, and think about how those skills match those future requirements. So really, my bottom line is there's a lot of opportunity in this region. And I'm shamelessly saying this because we clearly need good people in our workforce over the course of time, and I hope you'll stick around enough to get into that workforce. Aside from that, I wanted to talk about the future of work and just how we expect things will pan out in the future a bit as well. So we were fortunate we had a visit from a guy called Tony Wagner a couple of months ago. So Tony's a Harvard professor, he's an innovation consultant, he's an ex-teacher, he's a writer, does lots of speaking. He's a world authority on how to teach innovation in modern and innovative companies and provide the skills for those, right? So he's a really well-known guy. He's done a lot of work with Facebook, Google, Apple, all of those big companies in terms of how they're changing their hiring habits over the future. So I wanted to, he told us a lot of awesome stuff, and I wanted to share a couple of those things with you. So firstly, he makes the point that knowledge alone isn't enough. It's not just about memory, right? The days are gone when employers hire solely based on capacity to learn, capacity for knowledge, or maybe even prestigious universities and things like that. Those days are pretty much finished. They might have done that when I graduated, but they certainly don't now. We know of a number of large companies that think that way in New Zealand as well. Knowledge is, of course, freely available on the internet, so you don't need people that know a bunch of stuff that can be learned anyway, right? So they don't judge you on what you know when you're looking at being hired in these companies. They judge you about what you can do with what you know. Exactly what people were saying this before. And we can all use that across our working life, right? So even in a more mature state, and you're like me, have been in the workforce for 20 years or so, you can still learn lots and apply that knowledge. It's all about that. Secondly, Tony talked at length about the traits that employers now seek from their staff. So not so much knowledge and qualifications and all that, but traits. With the rise of AI and automation, it's really, really important for you to be able to do the things that computers can't. So if you remember anything about future skills and traits, it's that. Do stuff that computers can't. Whether that's been a great teammate, maybe it's been super passionate about something, maybe it's been able to offer creative solutions, maybe it's simply getting on well with customers, colleagues, or people in need. And I think your experience, having come to this country and doing good stuff and having experience that perhaps most of the rest of the workforce might not, is actually really, really valuable in that we need people that can think differently and have different experiences to back that up. With all its skills and traits you need in the workforce, the soft skills, Tony talked about a couple of things that are really, really important. So you can boil it down to two things, right? Those are curiosity and persistence. And if you think about it, curiosity and persistence can solve pretty much any problem that we have. So, sum that up, the future is a really, really bright one. This area is really going places and we'd love you to be part of that. There'll be lots of opportunities in the future. And importantly, the traits that you'll need in the future workforce are actually the really interesting and fun ones to have anyway. So we're going to get much better over the course of time. Whether you're continuing study, whether you're going home, or going out into the workforce, I wish you all the best for the future. Congratulations on today. Thank you very much.
Nigel, thank you. Can I just make a plea before we begin our official... no, I'm sorry. I'd now like to ask, I'll make the plea in a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm now going to invite our Chief Executive, Claire Bradley, to have a few words. Say a few words to
Before I address you wonderful students, I have the privilege and pleasure to say thank you to two of the people who've already contributed to our ceremony today. So, without further ado, Des, and launches you onto the next phase to be successful in the next phase of your career. And we wish you every good luck with that. We're enormously proud of what you've done. Look, there's people arriving with flowers as we speak. Many of you will not have family who are able to be with you today. So on their behalf, I'd like to say how proud we are, and they will be, of your achievement. Well done. We know it takes strength and determination, curiosity and courage to do what you've done over the last 3 or so years, because it will have taken you time to decide what you wanted to do, to decide where you wanted to do it, and then navigate the not particularly easy barriers to entry to come and study in New Zealand. And I want to acknowledge that strength of character that has brought you here, and your determination and hard work that has delivered you your just reward today, which is the presentation of your certificate. So, we're really proud of you. You're part of our family, our whānau, and we want to continue to support you, because family doesn't stop and start just because you've gone through another gate and into another paddock, maybe somewhere in New Zealand. We want to hear about your success stories. We want to know if in the future or now you need our help and support. We are here for you, both now and in the future. So don't be strangers. Come and see us. Come and see the wonderful teachers and management who have guided you through the last year or so. Stay in touch with each other and stay in touch with us. Well done. Kia kaha. Go well. Thank you.
Claire, thank you very much for those wonderful words. Can I just remind you, please, before we begin our official graduation ceremony and the presentation of your well-earned certificates, if you wouldn't mind, particularly family members I talk to as well, just holding your photographs off until such time as everybody has graduated. What tends to happen is after we're about halfway through, tends to be lots of little groups gather around the room for lots of little photography sessions. So I just ask graduates if you would just return to your seats once you've received your certificate, and if we could just hold our little selfies and photographic sessions until after everybody has graduated. Is that okay? Yes. Excellent. Jagesh is going to announce the certificates and the recipients for our IT program. Apologies.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear graduates, I feel very proud to be here to celebrate with you all today. You have worked so hard, and I have seen you grow during the time with us. Today, we recognize your achievement. So, you guys ready? Can I now please request following ID graduates from New Zealand Diploma System Administration proceed to the stage. Lovepreet Singh. Ravinder Singh. Kaustubh Sharma.
Thank you, Jagesh. A reasonably small number of graduates here this year. We need to understand that our graduates have graduated at different times from our campus, and a lot of them have moved on to pursue other business opportunities and employment opportunities right throughout this country and indeed other parts of the world. So some small numbers, but we did graduate an awful lot more students through our IT program. Jagesh, thank you. Our next group of graduates, and I should also mention, you've probably already worked this out, but graduates are being capped this afternoon by our campus manager, Pinham Karasaria, and our certificates are being presented by our Chief Executive, Claire Bradley, this afternoon. Madeline Dohanis is our hospitality program leader, and she's going to announce the names of the graduates from our hospitality program.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everybody. It's great to see so many beautiful smiling faces. I'm Maddie. And I've been teaching hospitality at Aspire2 International for 3 years now. That means that along with Ailey, who's sitting over there, and a little later on, Maricon, she's hiding in here somewhere. We have seen students graduating here today from the beginning of their journey right through to the very end. We've had lots of laughs together, and we've also managed to get through some stressful times as well. When you guys arrived, you were mostly shy, nervous newbies away from home for the first time. not having tried different foods, and struggling to understand our accents, and not just Kiwi accents, there are a few of Scottish over here. Since then, we've seen you all blossom into confident, smiling hospitality professionals, ready to take on the world. So congratulations on your hard work and perseverance, and thank you for allowing me, us, to be a part of your journey. Always remember, believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. And just off script, just something else, I always think of you guys as my babies, and I know that Ailey does too, and American does too. And I think the thing today is that you're here, and you are definitely not babies. You are young adults. And I'm kind of blown away by it. You're amazing. So, well done. And I'd like to call you now one by one to receive your diplomas. Graduating with a National Diploma in Hospitality Management, Ashish Thapa. Arvinder Singh. Ashish Pati. Vishal Babu Acharya. Vishal John Krasnick. Rupesh Story. Manpreet Kaur Ajla. Manpreet Kaur Samra. Maria Vienna Tauranga. Priya Sharma. Raman Femi. Simran Kaur. And graduating with a New Zealand Diploma in Hospitality Management Level 5, Benadan Banamoha. Well done, guys. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Ellie.
And everyone.
And Mary.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to this next part of our ceremony. I taught this young lady. Her name is Hansamali Gomez. She's better known to her friends just as Hansi. She's from Sri Lanka. I often forgot that. I don't know why, but I was constantly having to be reminded. She is bright. She is effervescent. She is bubbly. She always asked me questions. Do you remember? And she always asked the questions the same way. She went, "But Peter," "But Peter," and I thought, fantastic. She was a pleasure to teach. She was a pleasure to be part of her life, and I'm sure you'll enjoy listening to her this afternoon as your student rep. Please give her a very warm welcome.
Haere mai, kia ora. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here today. Welcome to our guest speakers. Welcome to our Claire, CEO, Puna, our campus manager, our Tauranga staff, academic, non-academic, friends and families of the graduates, and fellow graduates. My name is Hansi Gomez. I am one of the students graduating here today. I would like to say some words to you all. Graduates, this is your special day. Do you remember your first day at Aspire2 International? I still remember the summer 2017 when I first entered the school and John was in the reception with his big beautiful smile, smiling, welcoming us. I have felt welcomed and part of a family here ever since. Days and weeks and months have passed since that very first day. Here we are today, feeling proud, happy on our graduation day. In life, I think education is a must, and not just because you gain a qualification, but you've gained knowledge, made new friends, been open and curious to new people and different ways of thinking. We left our country to become a better version of ourselves. We took this journey to build a bright future for ourselves and for our families. A year ago, this was just a dream. And now, here today, this is our reality. You are now in New Zealand, building your future and achieving your diploma today. Isn't it exciting? Yes. While today is about this bright future and your achievement, we should also be thankful for all the help and support of many important people in our lives, starting with our families, who raised us, who have been there to support us as we make this dream possible. Let's thank our teachers for their passion, dedication, and patience. grateful to our campus management, non-academic staff for their immense support, and for all staff and students for connecting with each other and making it feel like a second family, a second home. My fellow graduates, so are you going to miss all the deadlines? Hours and hours of paraphrasing and referencing? And living off toast, pizza, and ramen? Just kidding. I personally believe that education and learning helps us to gain wisdom. And acquisition of wisdom is a moral duty. Let's celebrate all the challenges, hard work, sleepless nights we went through together. Let's be pioneers of our generation for all the well-being of mankind. Let's go out and make changes in the world. Can I please ask all the graduates to stand up for one moment? Please stand. Take a moment to congratulate yourselves on what you have achieved and where you are today. Thank you, everyone. Happy graduation day!
See, I told you she was bright and effervescent and bubbly, and she used to thump the desk like that in school sometimes too. But Peter, punch. Our next group of graduates is going to be announced by Tina Horn, a business and what do you call that? A business tutor who also helps in our health services management area on colleges. A mental blank there for a minute. Tina, however, after that long introduction, is going to present the graduates for both of those programs. Tina, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. This is such a privilege for me to be here, to be able to see all my graduates actually get to this day. I'm actually so proud of you guys. That's making me feel I've just been here for 3 years now, and this is the first time I've had this privilege to be able to stand up here and to announce all you guys to come up here and achieve what you've achieved today. So, without further ado, I'd like to start by bringing forward the Diploma in Health Services Management Level 7 graduates, starting with Abhishek. Anne Lourdes. Kimberly Dutton. Krisha Hellu. Mandeep Singh. Montez Dizon. Ravinder Kaur. Alana Sheikh. And Desmond Francisco. Next up, I'd like to introduce the Diploma in Business Management Specializations Level 7, Dmitry Razumovsky. Now Diploma in Business Level 7, we have Arawat Caroline Silvera. Shalito Kadoy. Gaurav Lahu. Rajinder Singh. Hansamale Gomez. Jafajit Singh. Maninderjeet Singh. Manpreet Singh. Navjeet Kaur. Nikita Mallo. Prajot Kaur Narula.
Instead of holding it around like here, we can shoot in.
And lastly, Taranjeet Singh. Next, I'd like to introduce the New Zealand Diploma in Business Level 6. We have Kamal Kundari. Karandeep Kaur. And lastly, Praveen Casey. Well done, everyone. It's the crowd here.
Congratulations, graduates. Well done. I'm extremely proud of you all. I have a few thank yous to make today before we close the ceremony. Thank you, Nigel, for taking time to be with us this afternoon and for sharing your words with our graduates. Thank you, Les, for your lessons. Thank you, Claire, our Chief Executive. Thank you, staff on stage. Thank you, Peter. You were awesome, as always. Thank you, staff, for supporting our students, for your hard work and for your dedication. Thank you, invited guests. Thank you, friends and family, for coming from near and far and joining us today to celebrate with our students. Thank you, Orbit Protect, our sponsor. Thank you, a big thank you to our graduates for choosing Aspire2 International. We believe in you. We have always believed in you. Wish you every success in the future. Love you. Thank you.
There is one final tradition that generally happens. Photographers, are you ready? Where are you? One here. So if you'd like, it's the cat tossing ceremony, which I'm now going to invite you to participate in. Remember, it's a relatively low ceiling. We don't need dents, but we do want you to toss your hat with great enthusiasm. I'm going to count you down. I'll say 1, 2, 3, throw, and then you can throw your hat. So we want to try and get as many of them in the air at one time as we can, so that we can get good photos of it. So, graduates, are you ready? Yeah. What do you call those things? Mortarboards. Take them off your heads. Are you ready? Yeah. I don't see them in your hands. Put them in your hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3, throw! Good photos, Tim. Want to do it again? Can you get it right the first time? Okay, come on, get on your, stand up this time. Right, everybody, photographers, are we all good? We know what we're doing now? Ready? 1, 2, 3, throw! Well done. So our ceremony is just about at an end. There's been lots of thank yous to staff, to the people that have put this event together, people that have presented your awards to you. And the final word, I just want to say a couple of things to you. And I found a quote on the internet which I thought was very appropriate. And Robin Frost said this. He said, "I'm a writer of books in retrospect. I talk in order to understand, but I teach in order to learn." And that's why I teach. I teach in order to learn. And you have no idea what I learned from you. You have no idea, really. And so today, you've been thanked for being outstanding people. And again, I want to reiterate those things. You are amazing. You do blow me away every day. When I look at you here, as Maddie said before, she often thinks of you as her babies. Well, I probably don't think of you like that. But certainly, that's the father in me is ignited, for want of a better word. The teacher in me is still passionate about coming to work every day and teaching you. Because I learn, because daily you share yourselves with me. You share not just your thoughts, but your emotions. You share your values. You share the people that you are. You make me laugh often. Sometimes you make me cry. Sometimes. Sometimes you annoy me. Sometimes. And frustrate me. But always, you've shown me an incredible amount of respect. You've shown great dignity. And you've never, ever let go of your own dignity. You've taught me so much, again. You've taught me patience, been mentioned earlier. You've taught me to listen. You've shared your values of tolerance, of loyalty, of family. You've made me a better teacher. You've made me a better person. So, I've been thanked often, and I thank you for that, for being your tutor. But today, let me thank you for being my students. I'm eternally grateful. Just the other day I helped a student who was going through a particularly difficult time. And it took a long time. And when we finally got to the resolution and he got the reward that he so desperately sought, he came up to me and he said, "Peter, how can I thank you?" Anything, how can I thank you? And I said to him what I'm going to say to you. As a tutor, the only reward I've ever wanted, is for you to become great citizens of whatever country that you choose to live in. And as Nigel has said, we really hope it's here. You have so much to contribute. Second piece of advice I gave him is don't do anything. Never do anything that you're not proud of. Think about that. Never do anything that you're not proud of. And finally, please, never stop learning. It's been my privilege to be with you here this afternoon, and I thank you all so much. Our ceremony has come to an end. I'm going to invite you to stand very shortly as our official party leaves the stage. Just a couple of housekeeping things before we go. Obviously you'll want to take photos, and I encourage you to do that. I'm sure that tutors and staff will make themselves available to take photos with you if you'd like that to happen. And of course your family and supporters are here for that to happen as well. There is also food available for you just out in the foyer here, and I invite you to participate in that. And I'd also like to remind you to return your gowns back to the room that they came from at some stage. But I don't want you to mix all those things up. So, can we please make sure that we've returned gowns before we participate in food? That's all I'm asking. So photos first, gowns gone, food after that. Thank you very much. Could you please stand as our official party leaves the stage? Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's been a great day.
Thank you.